Hi friends, and welcome to my backyard. This is a channel where I enjoy sharing my insights. And today I'm calling this one, Who Needs a Reason to Be Afraid? We have plenty of reasons to be afraid, it seems. And I want to help you get to the bottom of it, so that we can see that at the root of all fear is the fact that we are scaring ourselves. And fear is unreasonable. So stick around. I was inspired by this meditation because I have a friend whose mother argues with him about his sexuality and prays for him. And in their discussion about why homosexuality is so horrible is because gays can't procreate, and that's not the way God designed us. And that's her reason. Sex is not functional. It serves no purpose in relation to survival. So she is operating in a mindset of lack, that our very existence is to survive. That's why we're here. Of course, I would have asked her, does she have sex with her husband for joy and pleasure? Because if she does, she's missing the dual purpose. Sometimes sex is used as a weapon. It can be triple purposed. It can be used as a leveraging device. One could even have sex with themselves. What about that? You see, when you get into the reason, you can't find it. The same thing could be said about eating. Do we eat to survive? Is that why we're here? Well, if you come to the United States, you're going to see there are lots of people who love to eat. So much so that it has become a poison. It has made us unhealthy. And you can look at the reasons for walking, for example. Is walking to get you there? Yes. Is walking also enjoyable, recreational? Yes. And in some people's cases, walking is a struggle. For them, it's work. So the question is, what's the purpose of walking? Seems like when you dive into it, it has so many purposes that it might be considered purposeless. Because if our existence were about survival, art would make no sense, would it? And a shirtless guy on the internet talking on YouTube on a random Wednesday would seem as pointless as a bird singing. So why does the bird sing? Well, the survivalist would tell you the bird is singing to attract a mate, but wait a minute. Maybe the bird loves to sing. Why is the dolphin swimming? Well, we know dolphins play. Are they hunting for prey to survive? Are they just swimming because they love to swim? See, it's hard to get down to the bottom of it, isn't it? And the same is true for fear. There are many, many ways to scare yourself, isn't there? I know people that can sit in a room and be scared to death. You can scare yourself. You can be scared of the world. And see, this is what happens to people who are depressed. They are in this cycle of despair, an unreasonable sadness, looking for a cause out there. We're doing a really good job of scaring ourselves. And I wanted to argue that if you can do it unreasonably by yourself, what makes you think something out there is the cause or the reason for your fear? You see, if you get into deep contemplation, which is what I love to do, make you think deeply. Why anything exists seems absurd. Until you get right down to living itself. That living is for living's sake. So why not live to enjoy it? Why are you sad? Let me think. Why are you afraid? Let me think. Let me see if I can find the reason. Could it be that you're the reason? That this feeling is just in you? That's what I think. That the feeling of fear is paranoia, looking for a cause outside of itself. That's because we are under the illusion that the cause of our emotion is due to an effect. And I'm wondering if it's the other way around. That the circumstance is a reflection of the emotion, the feeling, the thoughts, the inner realm is being reflected in this beautiful outer realm. And that when we clear the inward, the outer clears as well. And you realize all your fear is paranoia. Well, where do we find an unreasonable solution if you're stuck? Well, you find it in the brain's threshold. It is unreasonable to laugh at a funeral, isn't it? As a church organist, I played for thousands of funerals. And somebody gets up and tells a funny story about the deceased, and everybody's cracking up. The tears become joy, just like that. So how serious is it? If the opposing emotion can be brought out so quickly. How about this? Haven't you ever laughed so much you started crying? That's insane. Now you're bawling. You were happy as you can be, and now you're just in tears. That's because the brain has a threshold. You have experienced the most amount of fear you have ever experienced, and you have experienced the most joy you'll ever experience. That's it. You've already reached the brain's capacity to produce emotion. So this is silly. This dog who's roaming the yard here, I had people over the other day, and she got so excited, she got aggressive. She was so happy, she got mean. Where's the threshold between sane and insane? You see, you start getting into this stuff, and you realize how unreasonable this is, and that your emotional inward landscape has nothing to do with your circumstances, except that they come second. And your emotions come first. Your temperament comes first. Your joy comes first. And when people who discover this, like me, it's all a game from there on out. The circumstances don't matter anymore. I'm free. I'm free from the illusion that this is scaring me and that is scaring me. I'm scaring myself. I can do it by myself, thank you. And I choose not to. In the same way that a small child can play in the corner in a funeral, play with Legos while everybody else is sobbing, and the insane guy on the internet with no clothes on can sit here and just tweedly-leet, tweedly, and the world is falling apart. Those are not reasons to be afraid. Those are not reasons to be happy. Living for living's sake is knowing that you are alive. And it's a good feeling to know you're alive. And it's a good feeling to know you are the cause. The effect is not the cause. The circumstance is not the cause. You are. That's what I call the epicenter, the root cause. And so life becomes like dancing. Dancing's for dancing's sake. You're not getting anywhere. Living is not to get anywhere. Living is not to survive. Living is to thrive freely, with no regard for the effects affecting you. The effects cannot affect you. The image, the reflection of your inner condition cannot move first. You move first. And you're waiting for the image to bite you, and it can't. We're good enough at scaring ourselves, and we don't have to. When everything that exists is completely unreasonable, but that doesn't make life empty. It makes life free to enjoy. I don't care what you're facing in your circumstance. My advice would be to you, go play. That's right. If you're down to your last $5, blow it in! Try it. That's living insane. That's living on the edge while everybody else is playing it safe. Which is just a silly word for let's just be afraid of ourselves. Let's be afraid of the unknown, which is who we are. We are the unknown. Don't you know that you don't know? Isn't that a kind of omniscience? That sets my mind at ease, that I know that I don't know. But I trust what I don't know. Because it's me. When you face your fears, you face yourself. My name is Ryan, I hope that you enjoyed this time we had together. Come back to my garden anytime. These ideas come to me with such plenteousness. That's abundance. Please check out my blog. It's called MyMorningMotivator.com.